right now you're feeling burdened because you feel like you gave too much, or you gave too much of yourself. Whatever it is, you gave too much to somebody, right? And you're feeling a little bit burdened. You might beat yourself up about it sometimes. And it's like you at one point like thought, or they made you think, or they made you feel that like things were going to work out. Like somebody, they made you feel like you guys were going to be happy together, you guys were going to run off into the sunset, or like basically just led you on, right? And then just decided, well, I'm leaving, right? So this caused you to have to heal from this, and it wasn't fun. So yeah, it's like you wanted to put in work towards this, and you wanted to manifest like something with this person, right? And then like you started feeling defensive towards them, and this very much started to affect your life, almost in like you went into a very toxic, dark place after this person screwed you over, right? And this affected your life, and you were in a toxic place, you were depressed, you were thinking about this maybe too much, right? And this, you were very defensive. Maybe you were trying to get an answer out of this person. Maybe you were trying to figure out what's going on, like asking them. And it's like you almost knew that they had someone else, or they were moving on to someone else. And it's like you just wanted an answer. You just wanted them to tell you what is going on and be honest. And it's like that just did not happen. And this is my clarification card. So it's like even if they were offering you something, it wasn't much. And it's like you had to be like this strong person, and you had to work on yourself, and you might have had to work on yourself all over again. You had to like build yourself up again. And you were waiting for this person to come back in, offer you something, or message you, call you, tell you what's going on. And it's almost like that just never came. What you were looking for, or the answer you were looking for, never came. And you were just kind of waiting, holding on to them, like what's going on. And essentially you were getting ignored, or you weren't getting the answer. Like you weren't getting an answer. Like that's what I'm getting. Yeah, and then you started getting irritated, you started getting annoyed and like guarded towards this person. You're like, what is going on here? Like they kept you in the dark, and they weren't explaining something, or they weren't telling you something. And it's like you just wanted this person to step up to the plate, be a mature person, say what they need to say, like hello, we're adults, right? And they just did not do that. So you saw this, you observed it, and you were like, okay, they have someone else. They have someone else from their past, or whoever it is. They have someone else. And you were like, okay, bet. But you were very heartbroken, right? Because you thought this was going to work out. And it's like, yeah, you were very, like, anxious. And you just felt like, for those who did give your body away to them, you felt regretful. If you didn't, scratch that. But if you did, you felt regretful. You were getting mental clarity that this person might just never come back, or they might just never give you the answer you wanted. This person was taking their time with you. And yeah, they ended this to go to other options, to keep their options open. And they might have told you they wanted a commitment, or made it seem like they wanted a commitment. So yeah, you realized, yeah, this person is my wish fulfillment, or this person I wanted to be with. But now, and then you just started to feel very regretful. They weren't making a decision on you. You started feeling stuck. And then it clicked. You were like, okay, I see what's going on. And you felt like you had to give yourself the justice. You were like, okay, they're not going to give me the justice. They're not going to give me an answer. And you know what? They're sneaky. They're manipulative. And I really need to focus on myself, my coin. And yeah, you realized you were conflicted. You observed that, and you were like, okay, how do I fix this? And you had to heal yourself, and you had to figure out how to stop feeling conflicted and, you know, upset about this. So yeah, your emotions were very unstable while this was happening. And you realized, okay, I need to work on my stability. I need to work on my love for myself. And that's what you did. You did the damn thing. So I got to give that to you, because the energy I was feeling was such a low, like, energy. Like they sucked the freaking life out of you and left it, and probably gave it to someone else. And you literally had to build yourself up from that, right? So let's see how this person's feeling towards you. How is this person feeling towards you? Shit. There's like 50 cards that just flung out. Okay, how are they feeling towards you? They feel like you are their wish fulfillment, right? They feel like you could be a stable person. Even if you're not, they feel like you're a stable person. And they're realizing something about, let's see what this is. Okay, now they're realizing that you're ignoring them or you're chasing them, either or. But they're feeling ignored by you. And this is causing them to feel severe regret, right? And they're starting to feel like guarded, and now they're the ones feeling stuck, feeling like they can't move on into, like, I don't know how to explain this. Like, they can't move on and have a fresh start because you're not open to it, or they feel like you're not open to it. So now, guess who's heartbroken? They're heartbroken. They feel like you are the star. They feel like you are worth a lot. They look up to you. You inspire them. And that's the tea, okay? They feel like they did not make a decision on you, and now they're extremely emotional and obsessed. So yeah, obsessed and emotionally unstable. They're thinking about all of the memories and, you know, very nostalgic, and they definitely want to offer you a cup. They want to come towards you, but they're getting the mental clarity that they took their time. And they understand that you understand what's going on. So this is causing them to feel burdened. It's like, you know what's going on. So let's be real. Yeah, but they do want to come give you justice, okay? They know that when they come to give you justice, this could cause conflict. This could cause something bad, essentially, right? But they still want to come in. They still want to come in. They feel left out in the cold by you, and they also feel like they left you out in the cold at one point and snuck away to do something else. So here they are leaving you out in the cold and looking back like, oh, like, do they know what I'm doing? Oh, they're never going to catch me. Whatever. I'm leaving. And that's exactly what they did. But now they're kind of kicking themselves because they want to work on things with you, and they want to build whatever it is with you. So now they're defensive because you're not speaking to them, and you probably haven't spoken to them in a while. But they're holding on to you, and they're holding on to something you said or a conversation you guys shared. They're holding on to that, and they're like, you know what, I want to offer something to this person, but I really feel like maybe you told them, listen, this is the last time. Listen, if you do this, it's over. Or like something like that. Like you told them, listen, this is how I want to be treated. Something you told them. And they're thinking of that conversation, and they're like, oh, okay, like it's clicking now, right? Like they're not gonna want to do this because they already told me, or they already warned me. And yeah, they went to this third party. It was definitely based on sex, and now it's like falling apart, right? It's falling apart, and now they're thinking about you, right? They're anxious because they don't know if they'll ever speak to you or see you again. They're anxious because they can't tell the future. They don't know what's gonna happen. And now they're left in the dark, and they don't like that shit at all. They see that you could have other options, or you're juggling them. They feel like this. They feel like you're not gonna make a decision on them. You have other people, you're single, you're independent, you don't give a shit. They feel like you're a boss, or like some of you guys might make your own money, or you guys might have business or whatever. But other than that, they might feel like you're a hard worker. And like I said, even if you're not, this is just how they're feeling towards you. Let's see. Yeah, they feel like you're like their lover. Like they really want to be with you, and they want to manifest something with you, period. They want to offer you something. And they know that they left. They know that they left and didn't give you an answer, or whatever happened. And they feel like the only way they could be happy, the only way that they could have a good life is coming towards you. That's how they're feeling. And they want a commitment with you. They want a commitment with you, and they want to tell you that. So they want to share this with you. Yeah, they feel like you would bring them happiness, healing, like you would heal them. So they're coming in, okay? And if they already came in, they're coming in again.